morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Lettuce from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the Ironworx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
Well, TGIT?
It is Tuesday, my dudes.
Yeah, it is Tuesday, my dudes. Welcome to the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. It is Josh, Walt, and Zack hanging out with you this morning. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Good morning.
There he is.
Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, Walter, did you not get a notification either
For what?
for Skype?
Today?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, usually I do. It'll say Iron Realm started a call.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't gotten those in forever.
Oh, really? See, this is the first time I haven't got one in a long time. It was like 4:57. I was like, where is everybody? And I went into Skype, and then there's Josh sitting there waiting. I was like, well, shit, what happened?
That just had to have been timing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I was in there at 4:57. So probably from the time you turned to look is probably when I started the call. I don't usually get notifications. It's usually just a little green join call button that pops up when there's a call started already. Like, oh, I guess I can join the call.
Yeah, I usually get a gray box or gray bar across the top, and then it has in writing, so-and-so started a call. Weird. Yeah.
Push that button, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Walter is on it.
Yeah, I'm 4 minutes slow. I'm trying to open things.
It's not like I have a whole lot of time. I am in Rockfin setting up the show, adding the description and the title and all that shit. So it's in a matter of about 2.5 minutes is how long it takes me to forget completely and utterly about Rockfin in entirety.
Well, how was your weekend, Josh?
It was all right. Nothing too spectacular. It was a quiet weekend. Semi-productive, not like last weekend where I did jack shit. But it was good. I'm going to try to get the car final inspection and emissions testing done today. That should be the last thing I need to go get my license plates. Got all the sales tax paid. No, that's a lie. Got all the property tax paid. Sales tax I'll pay when I get it licensed. That's probably going to be like $1,800.
That's such robbery.
That's not true. It's probably not good. It won't be that much.
Oh, it's robbery.
I'm guessing like 12 or 13, but it'll be up there.
Damn, that's rough. I was mad dropping 400 yesterday. So yeah. Battery and alternator for me. So, but they're new and good, and we're happy again. But we're not happy yesterday. Oh
man.
In the rain, trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Well, hey, I would rather be in the rain probably than 105-degree heat.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
105-degree heat, you could still get out there and look. In the rain, you're just fucking wet.
Yeah, true. Walt's so sweet. You didn't melt it all, did you, Walter?
Always. I lose 3 or 4 inches every time it rains. Wait, what?
Eesh.
Uh,
Sugar and spice and all things vice.
so where were you when you realized that? I'm assuming alternator. That means that this happened while you were driving.
Actually, apparently, like I noticed the night before something was
Lights
off.
dimming and stuff, and
Just
things
something
like
wasn't
that.
right, and I was afraid it might be that. And then, sure enough, when I got up, she was still here. She had not gone to work yet. It's like, oh, well, she had only supposed to be gone to work about 20 minutes before that, so it wasn't terribly bad. But she was. Oh, sorry.
Oh, bless you.
That came out of nowhere. Thank you. But yeah,
That's your face.
she backed out and got to the front of the driveway there and realized that something was off. So she pulled back into the drive. Luckily, didn't get out on the road with it and
Smart girl.
get caught. Yeah. So I
I
should have
remember.
left her a note the night before and told her, hey, something's off with the car. That way she wouldn't even mess with it. But luckily, her son, my stepson, is quite the mechanic. So once he got off, he
Yeah,
got over here
alternators
and
aren't too bad.
helped.
It's a couple bolts.
Yeah, no, there was just a few bolts. It was just placing, trying to get it
Yeah.
out of that tight spot, hoping not to have to move the whole engine, kind of thing. These days, everything's so cramped and tight in there that you just just
One
about
of
can't. And
those
then he
little
works on
cars,
tractors, so he's used to being able to like walk up to it, see it, pull it out, not even having to
crawl
bend
in there.
over, right? So,
yeah, that's the one thing I never mind changing on my truck was that stuff like that. I mean, my old truck at least. This truck, I can still get to the alternator. It's right on top, right there, easy to get to. But I had an 88 GMC Sierra 1500, big old beast of a truck. And I could sit inside, lift the hood, and then sit on the wheel well and work on the engine.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
There was so much room in those old vehicles. Yeah, now they got plastic everything all over everything, and it looks like a spaceship compared to the old vehicles.
Really
Yeah.
quick, shout out and congratulations, our good buddy Zombie Snoop there in chat. I saw the video of the reveal of him and the family about to add a new male member. So exciting news. Congratulations, friend.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Big congratulations. Almost. The plan was to send him a text, but you know how fucking inconsistent I am. But congratulations, Zom. That's awesome. Awesome stuff.
Now I know he knows the
Go ahead, finish that sentence, Zack.
what?
I said, go ahead and finish that sentence. Because you broke
I was
up.
just wondering if he mentioned it at all in chat.
What you broke up there? You said you know that he knows the and then you broke up.
Oh, well, if it's gonna be a little baby boy or a little baby girl.
Oh yes, it'll be another bouncing baby boy.
All right. Boys are fun. They are. I don't care what you say. Really, toddlers are fun. Sarah and Griff, their little girl, Josie, she is so cute, so smart. Oh my goodness. You see all these children that haven't, been poisoned. And they're just so inquisitive and smart. And it's amazing how they're like little people. Like, well, of course they're little people, but I don't know. It's amazing seeing these young children grow up that haven't. I know we're on YouTube. I got to be careful here. But yeah, these children that aren't going through all this crap. I mean, that really sets you back. A lot of people back, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to get off this subject because we're on YouTube. I don't even want to talk about, the last thing we need. But yeah, congratulations, Zombie. Much love, brother. Can't wait to meet the little guy. Yeah, my weekend wasn't too bad. We did Cammie's birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday
Yeah,
to
how did I
that
miss
lovely
that?
lady.
Happy birthday.
I did too. I didn't do anything yesterday on Facebook, so I missed it completely. My
Yeah, no,
apologies and my love.
she wouldn't have heard it until we had like a no phone, no computer day yesterday. It was nice. Hung out, went over to Jana's house, Jay in chat when you see her. We drove around a lot. We took a lot of back roads. I think we only got on the highway one time. We went and picked up a chest for her and took it to her house in Greenville. And hung out there for a little while and just drove around back country roads. It was fun. I love those backcountry roads. But yeah, I got a lot of the map done over the weekend. Me and Nemo.
I saw that you did when I popped in for a few minutes. When was that I played with Nemo? Saturday night? I mean, yeah, maybe it was Saturday night. Could have been Sunday. The weekend became a blur. But yeah, it was actually after the show Friday night, actually, after the rebroadcast. Because I had seen you in the chat and then popped in over there, and you apparently had bowed out because he told me y'all had been mapping quite a bit that day.
For like 6-something hours in that day. Something crazy.
Man, something's blowing around this morning, though. I'm definitely having an allergy pun this morning. We had rain. I thought that would knock it all down, but it may have stirred up something else. We had a lot of wind, though, yesterday, too. So, but yeah, we had a blast listening to The Past Friday night, man. That was quite interesting. So hearing voices we haven't heard in 6 or 8 years, and then just literally remembering folks we hadn't thought of in almost as many years. Unfortunately, in that internet quagmire, I guess, sometimes you lose people out there. So did some digging, tried to find some people we haven't talked to in a while. We'll see what happens. I reached out to Richard in some roundabout ways. It seems like he may have taken a hiatus from social media around 2021 or so, is the post I had read somewhere. I'm not sure if that was Twitter or Facebook or one of his sites, the Narrow Gate. But yeah, we used to hang out with Richard Kahlberg a lot in the early days. And then I still had no luck finding Patrice. I take it she's probably gone from Twitter. People with that same name came up, but not her,
Yeah.
Recent accounts and things. So
I'd maybe give her handle to somebody else and have them look. Just
maybe.
Saying. Just saying. Zack might be able to find her.
Apparently it is. Went digging to John Savage's channel and found an old Have No Sphere there and watched it about the Amsterdam conference and some talk about gyroscopes. Cool. What were you saying, Zach? Sorry.
Oh, I don't even remember. Yeah, I'm just going through some articles. So they relocated a grizzly bear. And then as soon as they relocated it, they had a camera out there to watch it as it was being released. And the bear came up and took the camera. Like the last thing you see on the camera is just the bear come up and grab it, and then it's gone. That's great. You ain't finding out where I'm going.
Mind your own damn business. These are my reparations.
Well, interestingly enough, and I'm trying to pull it up here. Oh man, I don't know how to work the Facebooks.
I saw an article. They're starting to change the whole history story about how long man has been on Earth and this and that and yada, yada, yada. They've been digging stuff up in China, just excavating whatnot. And they're finding, like, I mean, you can't do it with stone, but they're saying they're finding human remains that are close to 1 million years old. I'm not buying that. But yeah, I think they're starting to change the narrative of the history of, I don't know, it's weird. Maybe truth is going to start coming out.
Maybe.
But you see, they said that they think the universe is now 27 billion years old. They were off a little bit. Just off 13.5 billion. It's like, okay, so if you were off that much that way, can't we just come back the other way and, hey, maybe the Earth is like 6,000-7,000 years old? I mean, you were off by 13.7 billion your last guess. You guys see a lot of cardinals down there, Walter?
Oh, yeah, a few. I was trying to catch up to your story here, but my computer is frozen. I don't know what's going on. We had a black bear downtown in Franklin yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a picture I got frozen on the screen of the video that was taken about a block from that church you and I sat at taking photographs. That's like the street right behind that street and about 2 houses over. Yeah, that's down, like Main Street is right, like on the other side of that fence is Main Street of Franklin. That house he's at is literally about a block and a half, maybe or so from where you and I sat and took those photos. I can't. I've tried. I've hit play. I've done everything. It's frozen, so I'm not sure why. But anyway, yeah. At last, Wildlife and Fisheries was on their way to get him out of here. I mean, he was probably headed to like right next to that block, there's a place called Danny's Fried Chicken. That was the big joke on Facebook. He was headed to Danny's because he literally ran into their parking lot at the end of this video, but I can't get it to play. But anyway, yeah, we had some bear excitement here yesterday. And now I can't get this to close. Apparently I've broken everything. Facebook and I do not get along, so I may have to reset just to get back to my main page. Anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to derail you.
Oh, you're all good. I don't even know where I was. So I guess the Cybertruck is finally starting production. Here are 6 other projects Elon Musk promised to deliver by now. It says it's only 2 years behind schedule. I'm sorry, didn't they say this was going to happen in like 2017, 2018? The Cybertruck was supposed to be rolling out. Maybe I'm wrong there.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember the dates either.
Yeah, right here. In 2016, Musk set a 2-year timeline. Oh, no, that's for the summons feature, blah, blah, blah. Self-driving Tesla, blah, 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 blah. Nah, who cares? Tesla. I don't understand it. Why people think this guy is so smart.
Because he's got money. That's all
They told
takes.
him to. They told him to, that's why.
He's rich. He must be smarter than everybody else. He figured out how to hoard a whole bunch of Federal Reserve notes. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah, but it's like every single one of his companies that's real is not doing so hot. I mean, SpaceX is just, like Cape Carnival. There's nothing, it's not real. So yeah, whatever. Of course, you're going to land it and do all that kind of stuff because it's fake, you know, whatever. But his boring company, I think he bored a couple holes and they're not even being used in Vegas. One place that his boring thing was tried and the traffic was slower than the traffic on top and people had trouble breathing and your little, yeah, when you have exhaust underground in a tube, yeah, it's not going to be pleasant down there. So yeah, I don't understand the whole, this man is such a genius. He doesn't even talk smart. Jaron was showing on one of his shows, like one of his first walkthroughs of the Tesla company or SpaceX company, one of the two. Maybe it was SpaceX. And yeah, here's the main area here. And it used to be pretty dim and dingy until we got some furniture in here and turned the lights on. Does that sound like a super genius talking?
You know, relatively, I guess.
But he uses these big words.
Relative to a lot of the people that are sitting there watching him enthralled by his bullshit, yeah, he probably sounds like a genius. All right, I think I finally got this thing to play, man. Yes, it's playing. Look, you're actually going to see the church in this shot. Look, there it is to the right. Well, they're going to zoom out. That's a sizable little bear. Right after the tree. See, there's that church that we took the photos of. And he's headed to Main Street right now. And when he cuts across the road and goes to that boarded fence, that is the drive-through to Danny's Chicken. He is headed to the drive-through.
He is fast.
Yeah. You saw they had the cops right there at the front of that road blocking it off, so they got out there really quick. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Bears don't pay attention to your our little fake lines on the ground. We tell them this is the nature
world
preserve.
we created. Right.
Yeah. This is the nature preserve. This is where you'll see bears. Yeah, or you'll see them downtown. Right next to the church, walking through the drive-thru over here. Well, I heard there's a lot of crazy stuff going on down there in Louisiana that I haven't seen happening anywhere else. Louisiana town sets permanent curfew for walking and biking. Where is this? Okay, it says public perceptions about noise and drugs have led the city of Kaplan in Louisiana to prohibit walking and biking at night.
Yeah.
Not even if you don't. What if I have my papers?
Well, let us see your papers. Apparently, they're going to let. Let's see. They're going to use their judgment, I guess, on people who may be walking home from work or that kind of thing. So they're going to monitor it closely.
11 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Good luck with that.
Dude, 11 p.m.
You know how many auditors are going to go down there?
I know. I was thinking that very thing.
They're not going to stand for this shit.
Very
They're not going to put up with this. Curfew. Get the fuck out of here.
It was created in response to noise complaints, but cautioned that officers in the city would use discretion to allow people to walk home from work late at night, for example. And so these people are just going to know where people work and what time they get off work. And
I work at night, and it's my day off. I'm trying to get some exercise. Go fuck yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just peacefully assembling. Go ahead and write me a ticket, cocksucker. Tell me I can't peacefully assemble. Tell me there's a time limit, a time frame, a time window, a curfew on my right to peacefully assemble. I'm just existing. I'm sorry. Am I existing at the wrong time for you? Is my existence inconvenient for you at 2 a.m.? You coward piece of shit. Sorry.
Local resident Joe Taravella said, I think people can sit back and put a little perspective on the situation and agree that the good simply has to pay for the bad right now. Oh, people are so funny.
But that's break music, ladies and gents. That is the first segment of the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Stick around. We've got another segment for the first half coming up before the second half of the Ironworx. How convoluted can I make it? Anyway, stick around. We'll be right back.
If you ever wore a suit from the store before, that's one thing. But if you ever got a suit tailored, if you ever got a tailored suit before, you know that it's different from going to buy a one-size-fits-all suit and then having a suit that's tailor-made. It fit different. The pants are different. The way you walk in it is totally different. Why? Because it's fit to you. And what I'm telling you is you need to have a tailor-made life. When you were created with a specific purpose, a specific design. You like a tailor-made suit, baby. You gotta stop trying to act like everybody else, speak like everybody else, dress like everybody else, look like everybody else. Stop putting people pictures on the wall and look at them saying that's what I want to be like. Baby, you're gonna do what they've never done. You're gonna go to places that they've never gone. You're gonna exceed limits that they've never exceeded before. You're gonna be able to accomplish things that they never dreamed about. So I need you to be you.
Hey everyone, it's Chris Gio, founder of Truth Frequency Radio and host of Beyond the Veil. The mainstream media and establishment are running scared right now, and they've prominently featured truthfrequencyradio.com as number 89 on the federal government's hit list, also known as the fake news list, which is essentially a list of sites slated for censorship on Facebook, YouTube, Google, and other social media. Now is the time for you to get involved. Share your favorite TFR shows far and wide on forums and social media. Tell your friends and family about your favorite shows. If you're a business owner, get in touch with us to feature your product or service right here on TFR. And if you haven't done so already, become a TFR supporter now and get unlimited commercial-free downloads in high quality. Visit truthfrequencyradio.com/sign-up. Thank you for making TFR the leader in independent and uncensored talk radio. Truth Frequency Radio, your protection from deception.
For millennia, mankind has been searching for answers to the big questions, such as, where did the universe come from? Where did we come from? Why are we here? Are we alone? And just what the heck is the Sasquatch all about? I can't promise you answers, and neither can the Woo Crew, but they invite you to join them Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight in the UK, for Freaky Friday, exclusively on Truth Frequency Radio. Spirituality, multiverse, quantum mechanics, the occult, and so much conspiracy analysis that it will make your mind melt. Take my word for it. Freaky Friday. It's more than a show. It's a way of life. I'm Stephen Hawking, and I am proud to be a Wookiee.
No hate, no hype, no fear. We are TFR Frequency Radio.
There's
There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Allegedly.
And welcome back. Second half of the first half of the Ironworks. Kicking off now. That one kind of flew by.
Indeed.
And in fact.
I'm just playing catch up in chat. Y'all are funny.
What the heck is going on with my... I was just in an article here. Do you see who NASA's teaming up with now?
Pixar? No, I didn't.
Hanna-Barbera.
Metallica. Yeah, no joke. NASA and Metallica team up for epic Artemis 1 moon rocket video. On YouTube, of course.
So by team up, you mean they got permission to use Metallica's music without having to pay rights every single fucking time?
Yeah.
It'd be cheaper just to have them come into the fold. Bring them into the fold. It'll be cheaper that way.
Yeah, they're using Fuel. It's an old song. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh, yeah. But yeah, they're teaming up. And the YouTube video also shows Artemis 1's SLS flying high into the night sky from different angles over and over again. Yeah, because it only lasts a couple, 40 seconds, and then it starts arcing down. So we'll just show the part where it goes up over and over and over again. Oh, good Lord.
Give me fuel,
so
give me
2.
fire, give me that which I desire. Is that really the kind of combination of shit you want on a rocket ship?
Yeah.
I mean, really? I mean, could you just show videos of Challenger exploding? Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Yeah, that's what happens when you get fuel and fire. Just watch yourself.
So we got to wait till 2024 for Artemis to fly around the moon with people in it. November 2024, so 2025.
I'll hold my breath.
Why? Okay, so you sent your first one, right? Everything went okay and worked well, and they came back and this and that. Now let's wait 2 years until we send. See, this is what's wrong with private space exploration. So if people actually want to donate or to do that, blah, 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 they can. But people that know that it's bullshit and don't want to keep funding, they're giving them even more, $27 billion they're asking for next year. Because they're really pushing to go to the moon and blah, blah, blah. We're going to need more money if we're going to do it. $27 billion they're asking for. And they're probably going to get it. Now, I saw an article where they're talking about landing at Tranquility Base. And that was the headline and everything. But it wasn't a NASA person saying this. This was the article writer and giving his opinion on how NASA should go back to the more towards the equator, because everything's talking about we need to go to the south pole of the moon now. India's getting ready to send a rover there, blah, 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 blah. That's where we're planning to build our moon base, on the south pole side of the moon. But they're saying it'd be easier to land at Tranquility Base since it's on the equator, and you'd have more sunlight and the shadows wouldn't be so long, and we'd have better communication, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But $27 billion. Yeah. It went from 22 billion to they're getting 5 billion extra dollars next year. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
How much have we given to Ukraine so far?
Yeah, don't even get me started on that, dude.
Do you
Did
know
you
how
hear
much?
Mike Pence? Did you hear what Mike Pence said?
No,
He
he's
just
an ass
destroyed
clown.
his whole career as trying to run for president. Tucker asked him, we're giving a lot of money to these people over in Ukraine and this and that. And we've got this going on at home and this going on at home and this going on at home. And Mike Pence's response was, it's not my job to worry about that. He's like, what about the American people? What about America and getting it back to that's not my job or something or that's not what I care about or
He's an
something
ass clown. He's
crazy
a
like
tool.
that. It's like,
Do you know how much $1 trillion is? When people hear $1 trillion, they don't really realize. Like, if you spent $1 million a day since the time of Christ, you still wouldn't hit $1 trillion.
Oh yeah, if you spent $1 a second, right? It would take you 31,000 years to spend $1 trillion.
Yeah, I did when I heard the number, I didn't believe it. I did the math. It's like, 365. Let's just round it off to say, 2000, whatever, 2000, right? Or 2020, doesn't matter. 2000. And it comes out to 730,000 days. And so you multiply that by 1 million and you only have $730 billion. You haven't even hit $1 trillion yet. And yet, we're in debt trillions of dollars, and supposedly the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds are worth quadrillions of dollars, all the families put together, the 13 families. So when they say we don't have money for this, that, and the other, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, when they tell you Elon is the richest man in the world,
not even.
He's not even close. He's the richest, what would you call us, Goyim in the world?
Public figure, that we know about.
So did you see what AI discovered?
Uh-oh.
AI detectors think the U.S. Constitution was written by AI.
Shut up.
Yeah. And this is from Ars Technica.
That's a good website, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a legit website.
Yeah. So can AI detectors be trusted, or was the Constitution written by AI? Did we have this technology back in the 1700s?
Well, if you subscribe to the idea of like Terraria and all this other shit, I've always maintained that, every decade they've been doing costume changes basically every couple of years. It's all right. Now on set, we're going with this fashion look and this, technology, and everybody's just playing roles and doesn't realize they're being cast in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it feels. That's why they were always able to project certain images into the future, what the future is going to look like. I mean, they haven't really accurately hit it yet for what they said 2023 would look like. It doesn't look like Blade Runner. It doesn't look like any dystopic movie that they said. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, it turns out if you feed GPT-0 a section of the U.S. Constitution, it says the text is likely to be written entirely by AI.
Where are you seeing this on the site? I'm at their main site. I don't see it.
Here, I'll drop this article in chat. When is this from? July 14th. It's a little bit back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at July 14th right now.
Copy it. Oh, come on. How was your weekend, man?
I don't even remember. I really don't. It was a blur. Somebody asked me that question the other day, and I was playing. I know I was playing online video games, and I said to somebody, I said, "Is today Sunday?" And somebody shot back saying, "That's it. I quit." Yeah, like, did you just ask that? I was like, "Yeah, I really don't know what fucking day it is." I'm like, how can you not know what day it is? Well, I don't work a regular schedule. I don't watch regular TV shows. I work in an office. It's like being in a casino. Unless I look out and go outside. Sometimes I'm in here overnight, and you lose track of time.
The only way I know what day it is by whether or not I have a show or not.
Well, people better get used to that concept of like not understanding what time it is. I mean, look, we watch every friggin' movie about outer space, right? Star Wars and all this other shit for sci-fi. And like once they get on that ship and they leave the planet, right, that they're on, and they're flying through space, what do you measure time with? That's a whole nother thing that why the whole concept of space doesn't work. You're traveling through space with no point of reference, right? So you might as well be in a casino. Those might as well be blank walls when you're looking out the windows. You see what I'm saying?
No windows, no clocks on the wall, no nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you even got windows to look out the spaceship, right? Because, like, well, in theory, if you were smart, you wouldn't make a ship with windows, right? You're going to make the thing solid, and you're going to have a little camera, eye-hole camera on every side. You know what I mean? Because it'd be too dangerous to have glass or whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, sci-fi. The point is, what are you referencing it to? Like when you see the mountains in the distance when you're driving across Nebraska, or you're driving west, and you see the Rockies, and you have something to kind of look at and say, okay, I can kind of measure that to some degree. You need a better like a building or something like that closer to really measure how far away. You know what I'm saying? You have waypoints. But in space, you got absolutely nothing and trillions of miles. And I'm like, yeah, no, space doesn't work. Sorry, bullshit. And the
Back when
human,
I was
no, I was gonna just say humans would go nuts in a little ship. So if you don't have a big luxury ship like an Enterprise, and you're in like a little spacecraft, like one of these little like 10-seater, 10 people things, you'd go effing bonkers. Talk about like, hey, Dad, are we there yet? Cryosleep would be your friend. Anyway, go ahead.
when I was still, digging into UFO research and found the Sitchin, the Zachariah Sitchin books, I had, a lot of problems with the Nibiru lifespan explanation. Oh, well, their planet orbits our sun every 3,200 years, so that's why they live so long.
Right.
Huh? How many times we allegedly went around their fake flaming ball had nothing to do with our lifespan as a species. We simply used a measurement we derived from that fucking ball to mark the years of that lifespan, not the other way around. The fake sun had nothing to do with the fucking lifespan we live. It was just, that was one of my big problems. And then the fact that they can genetically alter monkeys and turn them into humans, but still flying around in 1950s rocket ships. Okay, Sitchin, sure. And that was way before Flat Earth. I was having trouble with that crap. Anyway, yeah, that space and time thing never did add up for me. No matter how many bed sheets in space you try to throw into the space-time continuum, it doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Do you see what they're doing to the guy who created Star Trek?
I just pulled it up.
What happened?
Star Trek creator sent into orbit for first deep space burial. You gonna get shot into space, Jonathan?
No.
No. I've never even heard of this. And it's saying this company, Celestis, has been a space burial service since 1994.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. You know how there's all sorts of stories and horror stories of funeral homes and places offering services, but then never actually performing them. And once the shit finally hits the fan and the feds come in and they find all these bodies, stacked up, piled up, buried deep, because they don't do anything with them, really. They'll just take your money and say, thank you very much, go fuck yourself. And they'll just do that repeatedly. And I suspect that's what's going on here, too. We launched a balloon. You can see it go up. And we'll tell you that's where your loved one's ashes are. But we've just got a big pit dug out in the desert where we just do mass burials of all your loved ones because fuck you. Just give us your money. Sorry, I'm pretty pessimistic this
morning. Launching its first of its kind memorial space flight to take place in 30 years. Okay, 30 years ago you sent up this thing, and you've been in business since then, and this is your next flight?
Yeah, that's not a CIA front.
No, not at all. Oh, God. It's going to be the first and only repository of our civilization out in the universe. 330 million kilometers out into space. Oh, my goodness. No one's done that before.
I mean,
The flight set to launch sometime. Yeah, that's great. In 2024. Will carry the ashes or DNA of notable individuals such as sci-fi legend, the Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry. He passed away in 1991, and now you're sending him up?
What's he been sitting in an urn?
I guess. Star Trek cast members also making their final trip. James Doohan, who played the beloved character Scotty, and Nicole.
Mm.
Instead of getting beamed into space, the personal flight capsules will be catapulted into the universe by a way of explosive rocket launch.
Gonna shoot your ass into space.
And then blow you up. We've got a hair follicle from George Washington,
Yes.
President Dwight Eisenhower, and John F. Kennedy are all on board that flight as well.
Hey, speaking of NASA bullshit, what do you think of the thing with the astronauts that are found still alive? With the Challenger?
Mm-hmm.
And all the people are still alive. They even kept their same names. They didn't even try to hide it.
Yeah, all of them except for the teacher.
Yeah.
The one civilian.
I mean, they look just like they would age progressed. I mean, it's like, really?
It's that one teacher at New York University or something.
The Jewish woman? The Jewish woman?
Her teeth give it away completely. And that lip, that little weird thing she has on her lip.
I mean, all of them, though. If you superimpose them, age progressed.
They all are.
It's ridiculous.
And there's
black guy, the Asian guy. The Asian guy supposedly has a twin.
What?
Or
like three-fourths
brother
of them. Almost all of them.
3 or 4 of them have twins, and none of their twins went to their funerals.
They all had twins, huh?
It's a new prerequisite to be an astronaut. You have to have a twin replacement for later.
You got to be an orphan to be Delta Force. You have to be a twin to be an astronaut. That's cool.
It does seem they prefer their twins.
And you got to be a pedophile to be a politician, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, good stuff. But yeah, then they said they're gonna name it. Oh, I forget. I already closed the page.
It's going to the sun, right? And then what the plan is? Orbit the sun forever like we do?
Yeah, it's going to orbit just like the James Webb Telescope, but they're going to call it, what was it? Something to do with Star Trek. It's going to be the Enterprise US or the Enterprise base or something stupid like that.
I did hear
the rocket is named the Vulcan Centaur, if that helps.
I heard the third shift janitor got
Enterprise
caught putting his
Station.
DNA
There it
there
is.
too.
What, Josh?
I'm sorry, Josh. Go.
Oh, I was just saying that I heard the third shift janitor got caught putting his DNA on the rocket too.
Yeah. But yeah, they're going to call that most distant permanent human repository outpost will eventually be known as Enterprise Station, because that makes sense. It really doesn't.
So
it
Elon
really doesn't.
Elon says he wants to create a super intelligent AI because he thinks a smarter AI is less likely to wipe out humanity. He wants to make an AI that, in quotes, understands the universe. Goodness. Well, as long as you don't teach it, Elon, I think we'll be fine. What do you
The
think about
same
AI,
guy who's
Jonathan?
warning us on the horrors of AI. I'm just making sure I'm on the right dude.
In his way of doing it, no, they're not going to allow this. The safest way to build an AI is to actually make one that is maximally curious and truth-seeking. Yeah, you try to find the truth as a computer in this world, and it does not compute, does not compute, does not compute.
Right, because you're being programmed by fucking humans, which aren't necessarily known for their truth and fullness and honesty, says the pessimist.
Yeah, they're starting to get some of this battery life down. They're saying some of these electric cars on one charge can do over 700 miles now. I'm not buying that, but
Yeah,
it'd be interesting.
with the wind, you got to go, wind at your back going downhill. You can get about
Full
700
sail.
miles. Right. Just don't get caught in traffic or have to go uphill or have any kind of load in there. Don't carry a person. If you have luggage, make sure you leave it at home. And we did have one time that managed to make it 701 miles an hour. So we just call it 700 because that's what we can do. See, we did it once. So that's the absolute maximum. We'll just tell everybody that's what we get because we did it this one time with this one car, got 700 miles. So that's just what we put there now, says the pessimist.
Has anybody seen that Sound of Freedom?
Negative. I have not.
No, I have not.
I saw somebody, who was it? Somebody in the community went to go see it. And all the tickets were sold out. He was like one of the last people to get a ticket, supposedly. And when he went in there, nobody was in the theater. Somebody is going around buying tickets just so other people don't see this movie, I guess.
Interesting.
That's a interesting tactic. This movie's selling out across the country. That way nobody goes to see it. See, this
It's the
super
second
popular.
most profitable film so far.
I remember once upon a time when the Shriners would go to the little elementary schools so that they could fingerprint and track the kids.
It made, just to put it in perspective, $9.83 million on July 16th, where Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny did $3.8 million. So almost triple. A super pushed, is Indiana Jones Disney? I don't know. Whatever.
What isn't?
Yeah, super, super pushed, all you see it everywhere. Indiana Jones, blah, 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 blah. And this one probably hasn't even been talked about on the news really all that much. And it's tripling. Wow. Yeah, that's wild. But how many people are actually seeing the movie is the question. Powerball is going to be $1 billion. I think I've bought one Powerball ticket. I've bought one my whole life, and that was way back in the day when I was in my 20s.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually. No, maybe we did way back in Shreveport or something. I don't know. That would have
My
been
mom always
team.
buys like $10 worth of tickets once it gets real high like this. I was like, Mom, I'll make you a deal. Give me $5. I'll slap you in the face. We'll call it even. Then you save $5. You're normal people don't win that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So apparently there's been I just saw this story come by. There's been a lot of these green meteors lately? Have you noticed the just repetition of those stories coming through? I saw a few come. Yeah, I saw a few come through a week ago or so from. I think it was maybe overseas somewhere, some sky cams or traffic cameras. I don't know, doorbell cameras, but they were showing video of a green meteor. And now, just a few days ago, apparently one passed over here in Louisiana, and a couple of doorbell cameras. And is that break music I hear? Well, I guess I won't show it to you. I'll show it to you after the break on the radio,
On the radio.
like we do.
The place you go for all your good audio-visual needs. The Ironworks. Anyway, stick around. That's the end of the first half of the Ironworks. We've got a whole nother hour coming up right after these quick messages. We will see you on the other side.
Censorship and regulation is becoming an ever-growing problem in today's modern media. From the mainstream to YouTube and Google, the information you're looking for is buried by official narratives and propaganda. This is why TFR is 100% uncensored, unregulated, and listener-supported. The shows on TFR are not micromanaged by the station, and our hosts are free to speak their minds however they please. As such, the views and opinions expressed on our station are of those who make them. If you happen to hear anything offensive on TFR, please send us an email to toughtitty@tfrlive.com, and we'll be happy to tell you that we really don't give a damn. We stand for freedom of speech and non-censorship. If you also stand for free speech, you can go to tfrlive.com/signup and sign up for a TFR supporter pass and help us in our mission to keep the airwaves uncensored and unregulated. TFR Live, your uncensored and unregulated protection from deception.
Warning, under no circumstances should disinfectant products be administered into the human body through injection, ingestion, butt chugging, or any other route. This video is a joke. Enjoy.
We're also testing disinfectants, readily available. We've tested bleach. We've tested isopropyl alcohol. I can tell you that bleach will kill the virus in 5 minutes, and that's with no manipulation. So supposedly hit the body. I see the disinfectant. Supposedly hit the body with tremendous ultraviolet. Supposedly hit the body. I see the disinfectant. Supposedly hit the body with tremendous ultraviolet. We're leading the way in so many different ways. Supposing it brought the light inside the body in some other ways. As we continue to develop potential therapies, I see the disinfectant. I see the disinfectant. I think people are going to know. You're going to know. I'm going to know. I think people are going to know. You're going to know. I'm going to know. I think people are going to know. I see the disinfectant. This whole curse, this whole plague. And is there a way we can do something like that? Injection. Supposedly hit the body. I see the disinfectant. Supposedly hit the body with tremendous ultraviolet. Supposedly hit the body. I see the disinfectant. Supposedly hit the body with tremendous ultraviolet. As we continue our battle against the virus, the data in fact suggests that we're making great progress. A tremendous ultraviolet to the invisible enemy. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body. And then I see the disinfectant ultraviolet with the skin. And it's working very well. Very big deal. We will end this plague. And then I see the disinfectant. I see the disinfectant. That's really powerful. We hit the body. I see the disinfectant. Supposedly hit the body with tremendous ultraviolet. Supposedly hit
This
the
is
body.
just
I see the
terrible.
disinfectant. Supposedly hit the body with tremendous ultraviolet. What the fuck?
Into the truth frequency. Your protection from deception. This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard, to think really hard, to think really hard, to think really hard.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Lettuce from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
And welcome back to the first half of the second half of the Ironworx, right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com, YouTube D Live, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, Rockfin.
Yep. Of course.
Yeah, Rockfin seems to be getting their stuff together. The chat's been working a lot better and stuff lately. Have you guys been over there to check it out?
Every Tuesday and Friday.
Have you noticed the difference?
It does seem to be improving. What have I done?
I guess
Sorry,
they've been working on the app as well. I haven't jumped into the app lately. I usually just go into the...
Oh, I don't know that I have the app on my phone, actually.
Yeah, I know that had a lot of issues and people had pretty much just given up on it. But I guess they're working on getting stuff, working properly. So Tesla's board of directors returned $735 million after being accused of overpaying themselves. The board members, including Elon Musk, reportedly reached a settlement following investor complaints that they were overpaid.
We're sorry.
We're so sorry.
Oops. Or do you think they just refused to admit any wrongdoing and then just paid back $700 million?
Yeah, nobody's going to jail over this. You just give the money back and then that's it. At least they should have to give back more of the money. This was from 2020. So you take $735 million and you put it in one of those trusts or something like that gains interest. So that's over 2.5 years of interest on $735 million. Where's that money at? Wow. Oh, from 2017 to 2020. Breached their fiduciary duties by awarding themselves excessive and unfair compensation. Although, all have denied the allegations, but are settling the case to eliminate the uncertainty, risk, burden, and expense of further litigation.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Right.
That's what I figured. We didn't do anything wrong, but here's your $700 million back. We never did that. It's completely unfounded, false, utterly complete lies. Oh, yeah, here's $735 million for all your lies. It's just easier
Yeah.
this way.
It's Elon Musk, Rupert Murdoch's son, some guy named Larry Ellison, and Elon Musk's brother, Kimball. So Elon, his brother, his Musk. Oh my goodness. His brother, Rupert Murdoch's son, and one of their buddies. Wow, 735 million.
Yeah, Nemo says it was just a honest decimal mistake.
Yeah. We're sorry. I forgot to carry the one.
Talk again there, Josh. Oh, I'm hearing an echo for sure.
Yeah, me
I don't know
too.
what I've done. Oh, you are? Okay, I thought I had done something because I had opened a weird page trying to find some info for Laura there.
I thought it was Zach, maybe.
There you go.
I'm hearing myself on Zach's side.
Yeah, it's gone now, so.
Weird.
Now that's insane. I didn't change anything. Nothing happened. Is
Yeah,
it still
who
doing
knows?
it?
No, it quit. They just, our handlers opened their line to, they forgot to turn off their speakers. Oh my God.
So I guess smoke advisory from Canada again. As of 7 hours ago, the smoke's moving its way back in. Everybody's under advisory again.
So is there anything left to burn in Canada at this point?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. How much? I mean, oh my goodness. I can't even. Well, I am down here in the lowest point of the states, so I can't really comment on smoke from Canada, I suppose, since I have yet to experience such a thing. I'll just have
They
to
said
take
we
your
were in
word.
it. Yeah, they said we were in it, but I never smelled anything different. The sky never really got hazy or anything like that. I don't know.
I know a few years back when it happened there in Oregon, you weren't guessing about it. You weren't having to be told by the news that shit was messed up. You knew there was life-threatening things happening around you. So I don't know. We have people, I'm sure, that listen. Possibly, maybe we don't. I don't know. In that part of the world, give us a clue. What are you guys seeing over there? Is it really happening like they tell us on the idiot box, or is it just more idiotry?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is great. AI generated image showcases good ending pics of Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg amidst rivalry. So it shows them hugging. It shows them running on the beach holding hands. Oh, that's too funny. They're really talking about fighting.
Well, they're definitely trying to distract us from something there.
I mean, Elon's not in the greatest shape, but he's got Zuck by like 30 pounds or something like that, and like 4 or 5 inches.
And that's if they go now. Even though Zuck's been training, but I think Elon started his training already as well. So
Yeah, apparently Mark Zuckerberg has actually entered some tournaments and stuff like that and done pretty well. He enjoys jujitsu and is taking it seriously. I just
I
can't
prefer
see Elon.
Pre-Dawn Crow myself.
I want to see Elon throw a punch. I just want to see how much wrist he puts into it. You know, there's
I
going to be.
want to see the Transformer version of both of them. Elon would like transform out of that fucked up truck into a robotic, rocket shooting, flamethrower wielding truck monster, and then we have the Zuckerborg over there, who can pretty much shift into any creature he needs to
It just
because
turns into
he's a
blob.
cyborg.
Hell yeah, it just turns into like an episode of the Power Rangers.
Right.
That would be great. So this is from the never mind. This is the Sun. Isn't that like the Inquirer?
Okay, so apparently our buddy Logan Cook in chat is saying that he has smelled a burnt plastic smell periodically since the fires started. I'm not sure where you're located though, Logan. I'm trying to. Smoke was bad in Cincinnati yesterday, Logan said. The sun looked orange most of the day. So there we go. A person that we are familiar with. I can't say I know you well, Logan. I've yet to speak to you. You are welcome to come hang out with us, of course, anytime you have the time. But I've seen Logan in chat a lot. And I know Logan is telling us that apparently the smoke is real and bad there in Cincinnati. So that's all I can give you right now on the smoke. Again, I haven't experienced it, but we have people who have. Yep, Cincinnati, Logan said. Thank you, sir.
Much love.
I'm just checking to see if anybody else has seen anything about it. I don't see anything else about that. I do see something, though, I just got to sidetrack us for a second. Sending lots of love Laura's way, walking Axel, going through some stuff with a friend of hers, dealing with some depression, an 81-year-old lady she knows, apparently.
I imagine so. Being 81 and
Did you
seeing
guys hear
society.
about the first?
Go ahead. First what?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just commenting on the likelihood of the elderly
What's going
being
on?
super depressed. I don't know.
Not sure.
That's
that
sort of
sucks.
where I live, though.
What? Modus operandi. Apparently, Laura is surrounded by fire as well. Laura, sorry to hear all that. Apparently, Zach's having more trouble than you and I are, though.
Daz in chat says, I just told my ex-United States Navy roommate that we will be called back to fight a proxy war in Ukraine while China invades Taiwan. He was not amused. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, well, Biden just signed back the IRR. So that's really interesting. I don't know that I've ever heard or confirmed, but what I saw, I think it was even over the weekend, was that Biden has indeed called back the individual ready reserves. So like if you're in the military, it's usually like a 4-year tour. So you in 4 years, maybe you're going to do 2 tours. That's 8 years, but you can also do like a 6-year tour. Then you go in 6 years, and in those last 2 years, you are on the IRR. You're basically like a reservist, and you do your 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks during the summer, or you just sit around on your fat ass and don't do anything. But because you are on that IRR list, if for some reason something should happen and they need more soldiers, they use you. It's kind of like a backdoor draft almost, sort of like a front door draft, but they call that IRR up first. All those guys that were just in the military and not quite out of the military yet. But I did hear over the weekend that he has recalled all the IRR, which I thought was pretty interesting. For what reason, I don't know. The last time this was done was just before we went into Iraq.
Wow.
Yeah. But again, I don't know how true that is. I did not verify that or anything. So just something I heard, just spreading rumors, you know.
Okay, I finally found it, the Blaze. So the first BLM activist to become a mayor of a town, right? Arrested for criminal trespassing and burglary. So the guy had a summer home, right? Out on a lake somewhere. Has security cameras, notices security cameras, you know, pick up movement. He sees somebody walking around in his other house, gets his gun, drives there, walks in, finds the guy just rifling through all his stuff, points a gun at him. The guy's like, "Do you know who I am? Blah, 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 blah. Well, wait till my police get here. Blah, blah, blah." Yeah, he was arrested as soon as they got there. Held him at gunpoint until the police came. He said he thought the house was condemned or, and he just wanted to go look around. So, yeah, people are calling for him to be, you know, step down. He's saying he's not stepping down. Yeah, the guy was like, "Oh, I'm getting out of here." He's like, "No," at gunpoint, "No, you're staying right here." Yeah. Ugh. Just crazy, man. I mean, why would you do that? You're the freaking mayor. I just don't get it.
Yeah, well,
Harvard scientists claim to find the fountain of youth, put it into a pill again. Blah blah. We hear this story like not as often, but at least once a decade. The new anti-aging serum, you know.
uh-huh.
That probably won't
Doctor,
just kill you.
Your echo is driving me nuts. Where is it coming from?
that's crazy. I don't hear it at all.
I'm convinced it's you, Zach.
Thinking it's you. Do you have us on some external speaker or something?
No, I'm on my phone, just
That's
same
what
as
it
always.
sounded like. It sounded
Yeah.
like you were on
That's what it
speakers.
sounded like. Is the external speaker setup you do sometimes. So yeah, they're definitely listening in somewhere. Because it's not constant, but it's there just enough to be frustrating. Yep. There it goes.
Chat?
Man.
Are they hearing that in chat?
I would imagine
I don't
so,
know.
because it's going over my
Can't
headphones.
imagine they're not.
So imagine
Yeah.
I'm hearing what's going out. So I imagine they are when it happens.
I will drop out and jump back in. Yes, they are hearing. Okay, yeah, I'm going to drop out and jump back in.
Wonder what Jern's been doing on his off time. Does seem strange.
Sorry, I was trying to play catch up there in chat.
You know, Nemo, I was gonna blame it on Jonathan, but I'm pretty sure Jonathan fell asleep and was snoring, and I'm pretty sure Walt had to mute him.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Jonathan's muted, so I knew it wasn't him.
Yeah, no, we got Jonathan dealt with. Third snore in, I got rid of Jonathan. Oh, you can't write it.
Wait. Hold on. What did you just say? What?
There was one?
You can't write me shit.
You know what's the funny thing? Zach's gone and I heard the echo again.
It's because he's back.
Oh, well, that would explain it then.
No way. Are you serious?
And maybe when you came back in, I just heard
that
like
could
a thing. It sounded like an echo, but yeah.
Did it stop
more
now?
being silly. It has at the moment. So yeah,
Okay.
Whatever that was, we squelched it.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is apparently the old boogaboo of global warming now has a companion. It doesn't have to scare us all alone. Now we have underground climate change. Yeah. Apparently, a phenomena that scientism is calling underground climate change is now deforming the ground beneath cities. This was a study conducted in Chicago. Apparently, the land under urban areas posing problems for buildings and infrastructure, threatening long-term performance and durability, according to the research.
According to the research.
Technically known as subsurface heat islands. I want to go to there. Underground climate change is the warming of ground under our feet. Well, there you go. It's caused by heat released by buildings and subterranean transportation. Where you at, Elon? Such as subway systems.
All those buildings sitting on top with their heaters on are apparently warming the ground underneath because
heat goes down.
Heat
Josh.
goes
Don't
down.
You remember
right?
In science? Yeah, that's how that works.
The most dangerous place to be is under a fire, not over the fire.
Yeah, about all the heat that, how it gets hotter as you go down. Is that not a...
Well, this is true. Zack got it. You're right. So all this time we were wrong. Apparently, the denser the city, oh God, we're in trouble. The denser the city, the more intense its underground climate change. I've met some really dense oops, never mind. Oh my God. So yeah, now it's a silent hazard of what might be going on beneath our feet. Add that to your plate filled with horrifying thoughts. I'm really seeing nothing good here. Oh wait, it's not all doom and gloom. The study made us realize that we are in front of an opportunity. We can take action in different ways. We can apply thermal insulation to underground building enclosures. Oh my God. Insulation, there's your problem. Get you some pink foam and spray it around. Oh my God. I was thinking it, but I was trying to avoid the copyright strike. Hey. All right, I'll stop. Anyway, so yeah.
Don't do that when I'm taking a hit, Walter.
Global warming. All right, go. My bad.
What the fuck was that noise? Sound like a Muppet getting fucked.
Wow.
There he is.
We woke him up.
It's enough to wake the Jonathan up.
We've been making crazy noises this whole show. It's who can wake up Jonathan first.
Trying to wake up Jonathan
God
first.
damn, that was a horrible sound.
Now we know the one to get you.
Jesus Christ.
What do you mean horrible sound? Did you ever watch the Pink Panther? You couldn't identify that. You didn't know what that was?
I was fucking sleeping here.
Wow, we didn't mean to disturb you, sir.
Yeah.
We're headed for another break. You can ease on back into your coma.
All right. I'll be on the air tonight.
Sultry sounds of Chris's noise. Oh my God.
So Harvard Business School is withdrawing papers from its dishonesty expert after she was found to be dishonest.
Well, who didn't see that coming?
Yeah. She manipulated data in 4 of her studies, including one on dishonesty.
I would have given her a raise.
Right. I would imagine she felt completely justified.
She's probably going to go into politics now.
Well, yeah, that's where she really belongs. Harvard educator. Wah, 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 wah.
That's like, where do they find those people that lie so well in front of the press? Like now they got that one chick. Remember, at least they had a redhead up there for a while for Biden, but I don't know how they like lie with such a straight face.
Well, she's really good because she doesn't lie. She just flat out says, "I'm not going to answer that." Yeah, we're not going to answer that. I'm the White House
The new one.
press secretary. Yeah, the new one.
I call her Token. She hits all the criteria for. The only thing she's not is like handicapped. If she was handicapped, she'd be the trifecta.
Oh, that'd be the trifecta. Yeah, right there. Yeah. I mean, first thing she said when she got there, "I'm black." Yeah, no shit. We have eyes, and I'm a lesbian. Yeah,
right.
Not shot.
Let's just make it clear. I'm untouchable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear break music.
We are rolling right into the fourth and final, coming up right after these.
Somebody
Stick
should
around.
tell us right at the start of our lives that we're dying. Then we might live life to the limit. Every minute of every day. Whatever you want to do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. I say to you that if you're driven by anything other than your love and your spirit, your desire to grow and expand, you're driven by your need to please others, if you're driven by your fear, if you're driven by your past, it's time to free yourself. And the way to do it is decide. Decide consciously what you want your life to be about.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. By Christine, great for heart palpitations. By Anne, before I started using this product, every afternoon my ankles and my hands would be swollen. That doesn't happen anymore. So if that part of their advertising is true, I have to assume that the rest of it is also. Not to mention that when I had my yearly blood test, only a few weeks after beginning to use this product, my cholesterol had dropped over 30 points. I'm going to continue to take it. By Croc, I love this product. It really works. By Brad, works great, thank you. Tell us your story. Get your Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com. Extend your life with Extendivite.
We exist in the security and comfort of our worlds. Paved paths, lights, and manicured lawns give us peace of mind that our world has been tamed, and we are its master. But other worlds exist on the edge of our sight. On the edge of our awareness, the shadows move. The woods fill with the unblinking eyes of the nightmares our ancestors warned us about. Some of us have stumbled into these forgotten realms, whether on purpose or completely by surprise. I'm Brent Thomas. Join us on the Paranormal Portal Friday and Saturday nights from 10 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time as we journey into the world of the paranormal phenomena.
To the paranormal.
No hate, no hype, no fear. We are TFR, your protection from deception.
Time to make the donuts.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
And welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks. Kicking off right now. Might as well do it. And I believe we're still joined by Jonathan from Jersey. You just never can tell.
Give him what's the guy's name? Not Carlin.
Kennison.
Yeah, Kennison. That's right. Sam Kennison. Funny guy. What? Shout out to Lucas. Yeah, Sam Kennison. I heard he was not very, but a lot of people didn't like him when he was first coming out. They just didn't get that type of, crass comedy, that in your face, just screaming crazy. He was like one of the first to do, well, maybe bring that back. I'm not sure. I've never delved into old comedians. Like, I've heard Red Fox, of course, and Richard Pryor and all those older guys that, but that's about it as far as going back. I know there have been comedians forever, right? The Jester, but it's not like music where it seems to age well. You can hear songs from the 50s and 60s and it's still, beautiful. And I mean, you can hear songs even older than that. And it touches you in a way. But a comedian talking about things from like the 30s or 40s, we probably wouldn't get half the jokes. I don't know. Have you ever listened to like old comedians?
I remember being a small child listening to Bill Cosby records.
Nice.
How well
I
they held
used
up.
to know the Noah story verbatim.
Elaborate.
Noah's story. Well, he just had a routine. Bill Cosby had a Noah routine that's infamous. I think my older cousin actually memorized it maybe for a school presentation. Is why I had that also going on and watching him memorize it. So I memorized it maybe. But yeah, I love me some Bill Cosby. The thing about comedy, there can be topical comedy that definitely does not age well. But go watch like Buster Keaton do some of the most amazing. Fuck Tom Cruise and his stunt work. Go watch Buster Keaton movies and talk to me about stunt work. And it's hilarious. And you can watch it today and it still is amazing and funny as it was. To me, anyway. Again, different people have different comedy tastes. I get that. The oldest, I guess, would be probably Red Fox. When you said that, it rang a bell. That was one of the first comedy albums I ever owned. I grew up watching him on TV, and then when I had my first access to the Columbia House cassettes, that was one of my first 8 free with 1 extra for a penny or whatever it was Red Fox doing some off-color stuff. Definitely, I should not have been listening to that most likely at 7 years old, but I was, and I enjoyed it immensely. And so when I later heard other folks, George Carlin, Pryor, you name it, basically I had access to it. If it wasn't at our house, then one of my uncles or aunts or whoever had it in their record collection. I can still remember us giggling away at the ugly words on the Pryor records before we even understood the content of the jokes themselves, So I've always had exposure to it, but I can also remember listening to like old radio stuff from the 20s and the 30s and just to see what comedy was like back then. And definitely some of it ages well, and some of it definitely doesn't.
Like, what the hell was his name? Don Rickles.
Marty McFly.
Oh man.
Oh.
Don Rickles, I think, it's comedy that I think holds up, is ageless, is timeless. Insult comedy, I think, is one of those that will never get old. Last year, I guess, a comedian passed that I never understood. Judy Tenuta was one that just was always a little beyond me.
Oh.
I mean, not only was she grating and annoying in my ears, I just didn't understand what she thought was funny about what she did. I don't know.
And see, I loved her complete, like, to me, she was taking the piss out of most of it. That was what she was doing. You know, she was, I don't know. It's one of those things you either did get it or you did it.
I was definitely
What post in chat never heard about Sam Kinison before? Well, I enjoy the rabbit hole you're about to go down, my friend. Envy that without a doubt.
Was his first movie
Back to School?
The professor at Back to School.
Yeah.
It's too much of a pussy to send him in there and wipe those like we should have. Good answer. Good answer. I like your style. I'm going to keep an eye on you. Yeah, that was a great movie. I just watched like a skit from that just recently when he's teaching economics to the economics teacher about how you have to. Well, then there's the so-and-so board. You're going to have to grease their wheels and then this and that. And then, yeah, the trash collectors. You know who runs them? It ain't the Girl Scouts. Yeah. Oh, it was great. They don't make movies like that anymore.
Bo says, I'm from Norway. We only had one TV channel until 1992. Give a Skando a break, eh?
Nice. No, dude, I'm glad. I'm glad you get to enjoy it. I'm not giving you shit for sure. I'm glad you get to enjoy that. Yeah, Kinison hit me perfectly at the right time, the right point in my life. Having just gone through a divorce, and yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah,
and then that guy. Who's the guy that reminds me of Kinison? He was in the police academies. Bobcat
Goldthwait.
Yeah,
I
still say that's Charlie Day's father.
And see, the only thing similar to me about those two is that they both have a very loud approach. Other than that, their comedy is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, not as far as comedy. No, it's their smile, their face. I mean, that's his father doing. Yeah, when they both do that crazy smile, it's just they're related in one way or another. Yeah, I can just see it in their faces. So I found this from the Business Insider, right? Elon Musk doesn't have a natural feel for empathy or emotions, says his biographer, who followed him for 3 years. All those people saying Elon might be a robot, might not be wrong. So I'm more impressed with him as an engineer, Isaacson said. I think that he does not have a fingertip feel for, empathy, emotions. Wow. And then it says how he goes into, what do they call it? Demon mode. That he wouldn't be who he is without both demon mode and his drive. Yeah, demon mode.
Yeah.
Setting on a Tesla. The fuck out of here.
So when you get up very close to a person, as I have for the past 3 years with him, you understand that person. You understand the motivations, and there are a lot of faults, he added.
Demon mode being one of them. But at least he's got his drive and his park and his reverse.
And the automated drive. When he doesn't have his drive, he just puts on the automated and his drive goes for him. So when are they coming out with the new Peacemaker, Walter? You got me hooked on a show, and it looks like they're only going to do one season.
I know, man. I don't know. I haven't even actually gone back to check in to see what's up, because I usually just like to be surprised when new things come back around that I enjoy, rather than getting wrapped up in the dramas that usually foretell them coming. So I haven't even looked into it. In fact, I was shocked. When was it? Yesterday? Day before? Yeah, day before, when Shell was like, "Hey, some new What We Do in the Shadows are on. You want to watch it?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't even realize it was out again." So I that's me. Again, I just don't keep up with a lot of stuff like in the newsy area. I don't know. I'm just very unconnected to some of that stuff sometimes.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Again, there's a benefit. What happened? No, go ahead. What? I was just saying it's always exciting when new shit comes up. All right, you go then. Yeah. Damn it.
It's Always Sunny started its season. They're like on show 7 now.
Right, there you go. Just a nice surprise.
They're so good at ripping on the left, but while the left thinks they're supporting them in a way. I don't know how they do it. They get away with making fun of, like, Mac is supposed to be gay, but the stuff that he does, it's offensive to gay. If I was gay, I'd be offended, and I'm not easily offended. And then, yeah, Dee, she's always taken up the last political thing or the political activist thing and like applying it to her life. People like gluing their hands to stuff. But she was gluing her hand to stuff, and she's like, "I don't get it. I don't know why they're doing it, but I'm all on board." They make fun of these people and get away with it, because they're, they consider themselves progressives, but yet they constantly are ripping on progressives and how stupid. They kind of remind me of Bill Maher. He's considered like a right winger now to some of these people. And he is definitely not, conservative at all. But he just says that they're going so far to the left that it's beyond him even. And I think that's where It's Always Sunny is. Yeah, the last season I thought was horrible. They did like 5 episodes on and all that nonsense. But it was kind of annoying. But yeah, this season they came back and they were really they've learned how to push the agenda, that they're supposed to push, while at the same time making fun of it. Which I think is just genius, because then you still get people from both sides that will watch your content. But yeah, if you need a show that, is still new or still being made and hasn't gone completely woke, It's Always Sunny isn't a bad, and you can't go wrong with Danny DeVito. Good Lord, the stuff that man says, oh my goodness. Like he's just not caring anymore. I think as he's getting older, he's hitting the point where he's like, I'm just gonna, let me say this, let me say that, let me say this, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, funny show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Go check it out if you need something to binge watch. Any shows on your radar, Josh? What are you and Dixie watching as of late?
Nothing necessarily. I think she just started the latest season of 300. I think. Or is it the 100? I forget. It's one of those.
I thought that was a movie.
Yeah, that's why.
This is Sparta.
What? Yeah, see, now I'm conflating. You're right. Maybe it is the 100. I forget. It's one of those weird,
I
almost
know.
teeny
I've
bopper
seen it
movies,
pass by.
shows.
Yeah.
She did finish Heartland, I guess. I saw the first couple episodes of season 16, and she watched the rest. I don't know. No, nothing really on my radar. I just sort of prefer to exist around Dixie while she's watching television. I don't necessarily
Yeah.
have
That's pretty much
cool,
what
yeah.
we
much
do.
invested. Yeah.
There's a few things I enjoy enough to like that, like the what we do in the shadows. You know, as much as I can enjoy it once they put Kristen Shaw on it. But hey, you know, at least she wasn't in the first episode when it came back. But I
nervous about the
definitely
next
go
Rick
back
and
to
Morty.
old stuff. This is where I usually wind up. I'm back on Archer again after I heard you talking about it with Cammy. I'm trying to get Shelled into it. It's just not her thing. She said they yell too much, and they do. They yell at each other all the damn time. That's kind of what they do.
Yeah,
So,
well,
or at least in the first season, you know, and you can't really get all the inside jokes if you don't watch the first season. So it's hard. And I try
yeah,
to
the first
explain
one,
it to
even
her
for
that
me, is
it's
hard
not.
to go back and watch.
Yeah, the first season's a struggle. It's a little rough on the edges. They were still working on the, you know, character design and development and all that. But yeah. And then what was the old one we went back to? Oh, the man, what's it called? It'll come to me later after we get off the air, I'm sure. But I watch it when I go in there and she has it on. I'll just sit down and it'll be on while I'm eating or playing with the cats or something, and I'll laugh at the jokes because it's people I enjoy. But I can't think of the name of the show right now. It's gone. It's old. It's from like the early teens, I think. I'll remember soon. Don't worry about it. Move on without me. I'm just here.
I don't know
We
what
have
the
been
next
enjoying that
season will.
Jim growing pot show. What's it called? Belushi's Farm or whatever. I don't know the name of it, but she found that and was like, "Oh, this is your people up in Oregon." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Let me see." So we watch it that every now and again. That's probably not the name of it. Belushi something. Oh, growing Belushi. That's it. It finally came to me. So yeah, he's trying to develop a cannabis business there where he's located in Oregon, and there's some serious business side to it, but then there's some definite written material that you can tell is in it. So that part kind of throws me every now and again. It's either like, are we watching reality TV or not? And then I get that it's all not real, but you know, there's a certain formula you expect, I guess, from a reality show, and they definitely do some obvious jokes and obvious setup routines and just yeah. But other than that, it's interesting learning about the cannabis business. But yeah, other than that, really nothing. I play a lot of guitar and watch a lot of music while I'm trying to play my guitar.
Did you see they're making, or they have a show? It's like episode 4 or 5 now about like 5 celebrities living on mock Mars, and like they
Yeah,
get
we couldn't make it through
eliminated.
the first episode. We tried. It was so painful. We couldn't even get through the first episode to laugh at
I,
the joke of
yeah,
it all.
I haven't brought myself to even click on it yet. I
No,
saw
it's
it. And I was like,
painful. It's
oh my goodness!
painful.
And it's like a game show, right? They get eliminated, and the last one standing
Apparently,
is the winning astronaut, the Mars, blah
King of
blah blah.
Mars, I guess, right?
Yeah, how
Mayor of
stupid!
Mars. Like,
Isn't Shatner in it? Isn't he a part of it? I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure
I
William Shatner's in it,
believe
or
you're maybe correct.
Tim
Yeah,
Allen,
he's
or somebody from a TV show. I know there's a football player in it, an ex-football
Ronda
player.
Rousey.
Ronda Rousey's in it.
Yeah, that's when I was
No.
clicked out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring myself to at least click on it and watch it. I wish they would keep making that Moonbase 8. That would, but they were like ripping on. It was guys living on the moon, or no, they were getting ready to live on the moon, living out in the desert, and they had to simulate the moon and this and that and blah 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 blah. John C. Reilly was in it. It was hilarious, but it was more making fun of it, NASA. So I don't know if they got pushback or just not a lot of promotion or what. But yeah, I don't think they're doing any more seasons. But Moonbase 8 was pretty funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed that when it was going on, but like you said, I hadn't seen anything new lately.
Nervous about the Rick and Morty coming out.
Hey guys, it's been fun. I'm gonna bounce.
Alrighty, Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan.
Take it easy,
Hey,
man.
all right.
Yeah, we're about done here too. We're headed quickly to the end. Yep.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out. Love you.
See you, brother.
Yeah, Dan Harmon isn't going to be on the Rick and Morty. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. They said they're going to keep going, but in the last couple of seasons, well, the last season for sure, he was sober. So, yeah, his, ad-libbing days were already over. And then he got caught in domestic violence, something like that. I'm not 100% sure what it was, but it was something like that. So they let him go. And he was Rick and Morty's voice. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do AI doing. Can they do that?
Yes.
Do they have rights to his voice?
This is why Hollywood writers are on strike, or Hollywood actors are on strike, because they don't really have any say as to how their likenesses are going to be used by AI. So, like, if you want to be an extra in a movie, you show up on set, they come in, they scan you, and they send you on home. Have a nice day. Here's your $150. And now they've got that digital likeness for them to use in that movie as much as they want, and any other movie as much as they want. Now they don't have to pay other extras because they've got your likeness scanned in. So you scan in 500 extras. You don't need to pay any more extras ever again. You just let AI take them, change them, morph them, have them do whatever they need to do to make them different. And you just keep using that data set as your extras or whatever you want, because it's all just AI driven.
Wow.
And all this time, I thought Justin Roiland did all the voices on the beginning. Like, I thought he did the character, like Rick and Morty. I may be wrong. Because I never did know who actually did which and what. I just thought he was the voice and Dan was the writer. I'm
pretty sure Dan was. He did Rick and Morty, and then I think who's the one that got drunk all the time? Whichever one was always drinking. Whoever did the voices, I know, used to drink while they were doing it, and they had a lot of trouble getting him to read the lines, and he would just ad lib, and they would use a lot of his ad libs. That's why it took like a season and a half, 2 seasons.
I remember. Well, I can look it up. Hang on. Because I remember you saying that, and that's why I think I looked it up 100 years ago to see who and drinking and all that. Okay, so it looks like Rick. Dan Harmon voiced an impressive 23 Mick. No, here we go. He voiced an impressive 23 Rick and Morty characters. Co-creator Justin Roiland, probably better known for performing both titular roles along with a selection of others. But Harmon actually voices a large swath of minor Rick and Morty characters. Wait, now I'm confused. So does he or doesn't he? No, yeah, he's mostly background. Okay, yeah, he's mostly background characters like Birdman and a lot of the big characters he does, but he doesn't do Rick and Morty, or at least up until the time this article was written. And you're talking about them doing some changes, so maybe he took over, and that's what I'm not getting here. Anyway, but yeah, the changes that have happened on the show definitely have kind of. I don't know if I finished the last season even. And then whatever thing it was streaming on, we got rid of it for a while to try other stuff. That's kind of what we've been doing, just getting rid of stuff we're tired of watching and trying new services. So I may have lost the thread completely anyway. But I do have a plumpus, so that's all you need, right?
Yeah. Make sure you keep your plumbus clean.
I do, and I keep it on the stand because I don't want Schleem everywhere. Oh,
Schleem.
goodness.
Love y'all. Oh, I thought that was the music.
No, that was Rizzo acting silly.
But Zach doesn't love you any less.
Nope, not at all. You guys have a great rest of your week. Be back here Friday.
We will indeed. Looks like I
Dinbat time.
managed to keep internet the whole show. Look at me go. Look at me
Now
rhyme.
look at you go. Love you guys.
It is
Thank
that
y'all.
time. Love you guys. You enjoy the rest of your, not just day, but week as well. Like Zach said, we'll be back here Friday morning, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Central for more of the Ironworx right here on truthfrequencyradio.com, TFRlive.com. We're also on the YouTubes, the D-Lives, the Rock Fans, etc., etc., etc. You guys have a great rest of your week. Be good, be well. We love you too. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Ella.